What's up, guys? It's Matterz, and for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Zombies for the new map, the Iron Dragon, we have an in-real-life version of a full map walkthrough for this new map. This is actually really cool. It's located in Waysons, Austria. We have the castle, and then a lot more of the ice caves. I'm probably going to show you a lot more of the ice caves. Whatever sort of video I find online, I'll show you clips. I'll try to cut up some pretty cool stuff, really showing what this map will resemble. Now, I wasn't originally going to do this. I really was planning on making a video just talking about the ice caves and more or less how it's going to play without the throughout the map, if it will be an Easter egg rather than just an actual map element, the castles, the hills, everything like that. And I just thought, you know what, I might as well put the in real life actual walkthrough of it and really show you guys what the map will be like, because usually when they do in real life versions of the map, it's actually the real thing. If you know Mob of the Dead, I didn't go to Mob of the Dead, but I was actually right outside of it in San Francisco, California, and I was there and I saw what it looked like, and it was really similar, almost exact from what it was in Black Ops 2 Zombies Mob of the Dead in real life Alcatraz. So this is gonna be almost exactly the same. So what you're seeing on screen now, you may actually I guess remember this video, and when you're playing DLC 1, you're like, you know what, I actually saw this. So definitely watch this video and really look at this and see okay, you know what, will this be a cool zombies training spot or a ton of crazy stuff like that. Hopefully I can find a really good video for you guys. I guess I'm gonna shout out the Gaming Revolution. I saw him do this the first day the DLC was announced, or the second day or whatever. I think Mr. D Scrubs just uploaded a video, whatever. And I thought, you know what, might as well talk about it and then have the actual thing in the background for you guys. But let's get started here. We're gonna go through different map elements and how it will play throughout the actual game for DLC 1, and then in the background, I guess you can sort of relate it to what I'm talking about now. Although what I'm talking about is not necessarily what you're going to see, because again, they're always gonna change it. They can't have it exactly what it is in Waysons, Austria, but they will have really similar elements. So we'll have to see. But I'll start off, I guess, with the castle. I do have a bit more to talk about with the ice caves, just really cool ideas and really cool stuff that we've seen based on the DLC art and then the actual video in the background. I'm expecting, again, I don't know if this is, unfortunately, it's sort of unfortunate for me, I really don't think this is going to be a map with wide open spaces, unless you're inside the castle and there's a huge courtyard. To me, and I think to a lot of people, when you're in the mountains or the hills and steep valleys, and you're in you're in this castle-esque area, especially in those mountains in Austria and stuff, and then you're in ice caves, especially ice caves. Literally, the word is caves, and then you have ice as well, so it's even tighter. It almost makes me think you know what, as much as I thought Shadows of Evil was a pretty decent map, it's going to be really tight. I think DLC 1, just based on the actual location, based on the hills, the castles, the cliff sides, the ice caves, everything's going to be really tight and close quarters, unless they try to find ways to open this map up. Obviously, it can happen, they can open certain cliff sides up so you have a wider area. I mean, it just does make sense. But usually when you think of a cliff side, just think of a mountain, think of cliff sides, especially how steep they are. When you have sort of pathways on the side of mountains, they're not going to be big unless you're actually cutting into the mountain. If it's just on the side of the mountain like this is, and it's just a castle there, it may be in the castle, maybe outside the castle, but I wouldn't even see there to be any room, especially just anywhere along that side, unless they have an inland portion or something in the mountains, in between the mountains where there's room there. I guess that would be cool, just to open things up, because we did just get Shadows of Evil, a really tight map, and I think we sort of need a break, and I think Treyarch understands that, so we'll have to see. But I think especially with this location, what you're seeing, it's not really gonna be that I don't know, that wide open, but there's definitely going to be places that there will be training spots. There will be a bit larger than Shadows of Evil, but I don't think it's going to be that crazy we sort of want. I just want a nice open map, not too tight, not too crazy, but you never know, they can still do it. But yes, so the ice caves now. Ice caves. Definitely, just going back to that for a second, it's obviously going to be really tight. And one thing is that you can't go strictly from the video, because obviously it's all touristy, it's all just crazy lines and different stuff that you won't see within the Black Ops 3 Zombies map for DLC 1. DLC 1 is going to be more of a revisited type thing, where you can actually see the horrors and everything that went down there, so it's going to be really run down. That's why I don't really look at the video that much, and well, obviously look at the video a lot, because a lot of what you're gonna see there is in the map, but don't take it like exact, like word for word, image for image, pixel for pixel, because it's gonna be different. So the ice caves, I don't know. They haven't necessarily put a huge emphasis on the ice caves yet. We put a huge emphasis on ice caves. Treyarch has, and Treyarch put the emphasis on the castle. We're the ones inferring that, okay, since it's in the same location as the ice caves, we'll see ice caves. And Treyarch, they haven't mentioned anything, but in the actual cover art for DLC 1 for the Iron Dragon, you see, you know, the castle and the cliffside and the snowy sort of mountainous area and region. So I wouldn't really be, you know, too quick to jump to the conclusion that ice caves are going to be a huge part of this map. Oh my god, we're going to be in the ice caves. I think it's more or less an Easter egg, or like a really, really cool thing. Probably like the Rift in Shadows of Evil, where you just go there. It's a really small area, but it has huge importance for the Easter egg, you know, for pack punching, maybe, for doing all that really secret stuff. Other than that, I don't think it's going to be a huge part. I want it to be a huge part. I want it to be like half of the map. That would be sick, but I don't think so. I don't think they're going to do that. But, you know, we'll see. I guess when we get the gameplay trailer, we'll figure it out. But as of now, I don't really think so. Other than that, really, ice caves, nothing else you can really say. I wound up talking about more about the castle, I guess, in the actual area. But I don't know, tell me if you want me to talk about anything else with the castle and the ice cave and the location, all that cool stuff. And yeah, see you guys later.